Hello, welcome once again to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing the second part of the video that I did about a month ago, which was one formation, five plays. Now we're going to flip it and we're going to do one play, five formations. Um, from my own experience and from what I've heard over the course of time from English and American coaches, is one of the best equalisers for us as UK coaches um, in terms of lack of time, lack of uh, being around the guys and being able to install and what we can install. The best equalizer we've got is to basically give a defense lots of looks with very little teaching. And I've done videos before on being multiple and stuff. This is just an example again of us just we'll install our play. It could be stick, it could be verts, it could be corner, it could be slantes, whatever it is, and then we will thicken that play out by adding formations or building formations around it, or using formations that we know we can use with various other plays, so that we're giving a defense lots to think about, but it's very little teaching for us. And if we're running in two back pro, we may have run the ball 14, 15 times, and then we'll just run like a stick or a verts from it. But because we're still in that two back look, the defense might not be expecting it. And because we're in that two back look, the defense has to adjust and change, and it gives us looks on the defense that we like and that we can exploit. So today I am going to pick verse. I have got a video planned for this later on in time, but I am going to pick verse today. It's just a small one play example, so I'm not going to go too in depth into the play. We're talking about one play, five formations. Um, just those little equalisers, those little scrapes of advantage that we can take as offensive coaches, because in this country we don't get the time to install 50 plays and run 50 plays in the practice. As much as we watch meetings and clinics and all these great Zooms that are taking place in the last year and a bit. It's all great, it's all lovely. We scribble down all kinds of stuff. But we can't add too much to our playbook because we haven't got the resources and the time to do that. So I've always felt, and I've maintained that the core six is something that you hear me talk about a lot. That we got our core six plays, and we will rep the shit out of them core six plays, and we will try and package them um, in various looks so that our guys know the core six plays, they know what the aspect of the play is. We're just giving them a little bit of a different look by doing one or two different things. So we will talk about six or four verts or whatever you want to call it. No, blasphemy and all that kind of stuff. But I'll just call it verts. It is what it is. So we'll draw it quickly, and then we'll just talk about the aspects of what it is. I've got a couple of clips to show you. And as I always maintain on this channel, I can draw up a million things, but if I've not got a clip to show you of me running it, I will never put it up. One of the purest and most honest things any coach can give you, hand on heart, is himself calling and running the play. If a coach comes onto any clinic he's showing or any meeting, and he's there putting his work out there, and this is just my opinion only. I can't speak for myself. He's putting his work out there for you to see whether it's right, whether it's wrong, whether there's mistakes or not. He's giving you what he's got, and I love it when I watch a clinic and the coach is there posting his clips of his own team running it. I love that because that makes me resonate with him. Hopefully, when I post my clips, you can resonate with me and saying he's running it here. This is how he runs it. I can do it too, and that's all that I've asked for on this channel, or that we strive for on Coaches Connected with the guys working on there, is for UK coaches to get better bit by bit by helping each other and passing on what they know and what they've learned. Because at the end of the day, as we've always said, this was taught to us by somebody else, or what we picked up. Usually, 9 times out of 10, it's been taught to us by somebody else. So we will talk about the four verts play. The first four verts is very simple, okay? And I'll go through it very, very quickly because I don't want to bore everybody with a video on verts, but I have it planned later on, okay? But it pretty much all stems from realistically this. That's all that it stems from, realistically, okay? And for me, 9 times out of 10, my back will stay home, but it might not. If I want to tag him on a route, then I will. That's the prerogative that you got. But when we build it in and we install it day one. This is how it looks. If they are one high, we run a scene. Everybody. That's it. Okay? Now that is it. And usually when we flip it into trips, it usually defaults to just the straight verse anyway because of the way that defense is lined up. Okay? If they're too high, not very high. If they're too high, this is where it changes for us because we don't want to run into two people, right? So again, this is football 101. We're not going in depth in this right now. We will convert this into a post and this into a hitch, just so that we're entertaining the safeties. He's going to pull that safety down. Hopefully, the wide going to run into the space vacated by that safety. It's that simple. It's real quick. It's real easy. The second thing that we do in full verts that I do personally, and I've done this down to the simplest and most simplistic capacity that I possibly can. If the X and the Z have press coverage, we throw it. That's it. If they're too high, then I don't really want us to throw it like that. But a lot of the time, I will manipulate the defense personally by tripsing it out so that I have single coverage on the X or the Z side. Okay, if they're in press and they're one high, we're going to throw it to the outside guys. 10 times out of 10, and that might seem dumbed down and silly to you guys, but that's how we teach it, and that's how we've always worked it, and we've had some success with it. So we're not going to change it at the end of the day. That's what we like. That's what they're going to run. Okay, so we'll move on. Let's get rid of the safety for a second. So we can ignore all the nuts and bolts of this play for a second. Okay. So if we are in trips, okay, so that's one formation, 2x2. If we're in trips, you know, we're not just running verts from trips. We're running a lot of plays from trips. So when we run verts and trips, it's set up by other things. They're not going to go, oh, they're in trips, they're running verts. It's not that easy way, And if we want to be, we can still tag on that, if we want to. Okay. So in trips, we will isolate one of the sides always. This is my personal favourite. Is our trips right and isolate that X, because normally our X is our fastest guy, and I like the idea of getting our fastest guy one on one with their DB. I don't care who he is. Okay. We also can go if you like me and you like a lot of two back stuff, you can go pro. Okay, and we may have max protect. We may have one guy on a swing. That's three formations. Three formations, and I can assure you when we're in pro, we're running the football in a various guys of things. We might be motioning the backs left and right, doing all kinds of stuff. So we're setting up plays. We're not just held to a task on this one formation. This one play. We put it out there and we're giving them things to think about. Again, that's three formations. Okay. We could also do king and queen, which is what we call king and queen. Okay. And even when we run heavy this, the box gets packed, which allows us to exploit the space on the outside. Again, like I always maintain, if they're impressed, we take it, we give it to them. Okay. We could run an arrow there. We could keep them in. Whatever we see fit. It depends on how it is. Okay. Also, because we are a multiple offense, we also run it out of eye. Okay. So we've got like three or four formations there. So we can run it out of king and queen. I didn't do queen just, sorry, king just, but that's four or five now. And also obviously with this we can do two things on this. We can either pass pro, or one of the things that we did down the line as well. We were just simply tagging a play action if we found the football, especially out of eye, and they expect it, if it's like second and one, second and two, and they're expecting short yardage plunge. We'll just fake we'll just fake the dive and have our QB on the vert. Again, on five formations. And of course, if you're like me and you like to go exotic occasionally, we always have one or two exotic formations each year. Uh, last year we did this. Okay, and we could run various things off this. I could do a video on this formation. To be honest, we did this. So again, it's just all window dressing. The concept is still the same. Nothing's changed. So you've got one play, and we've now got six formations, seven formations. You can do it left and right. So that's seven formations. Very easy to teach. Simple, cheap install. The key in the UK is cheap but valuable install, and that will take you a long way, gents. Okay, we'll go for some clips now. As always, I will try and back it up with myself doing it. So we'll go through some clips of these things. Okay, so this is 2019 rookie quarterback. We're in King right now. So we're going to run the verts. They're impressed, so we're going to throw the football. The QB already decided he's going to throw the football to the Z. Now running back to the max protects, I think. You see the QB's assessing it. Let's take our shot and we score. The running back did not need to cross that path there. But this is not a breakdown of the play itself. It's just a break. It's just showing you there's one formation. And it's still four. It's still verts or six. Rookie QB, first ever touchdown pass. Very nice. Okay. Different game, same season. This is the formation I just spoke about. Remember, we were talking about one play formations. You can see now that for the most part, if you've got a keen eye, this will still be trips to our receivers. There's nothing changed learning wise. If you were to cut that field right in half down the middle, the only person doing anything different is the R, and he's running and he's getting our motion. And from that motion, we can run a jet, we can run a wheel, we can do a lot of things. But we build it up. We can do a QB run, which we have done. We can do a lot of things out of this formation. Gives us a lot of legs. Okay, exactly. The whole thing is that it's easy to teach. You look at the formation and think, well, that's more and more learning, but it's actually cheap install. Our man goes in motion. Simple forwards. The throw is not the greatest, but again, I'm not talking about throws today. I'm not talking about anything. Just about the formation and the play itself. So we're still on the same play. This is now our second formation. It's still full verts. There's nothing hard to teach. You can see that they are man up on this side. They're one high technically. He's on him. He's on him. So everybody just goes vertical. The pass is underthrown, and we spoke about our QE before. He takes the way too deep drop, but our playmaker comes up, makes the grab, TD time. Okay, that's two. I've thrown in an extra one here because I just wanted to show another formation. We don't complete this one. But you can see we're in our second exotic formation. I normally pick 2 or 3 exotic formations per year, and we'll work our playbook into those plays and get what we can out of it. And we did a lot of things out of this. I remember it, I've seen it before. Again, it's still 4 Verts. We know that they're one high. Okay. Now, on this play itself, the QB went the wrong way. He should have gone to the right. But we've got that one-on-one matchup where this guy's down. He can't get over. He can't get over this one side of the field fast enough. But he goes left and he's incomplete. But the premise of the play is the same. So all that will happen now is that these guys will just run vertical instead of those guys being on you know in a 2x2. They're in wings, but they're going to run vertical. They're not in the play because they're too deep. We literally are focusing on our 2 outside guys because their defenders are impressed, and when they're impressed, we click the button and we take the shot. We're not afraid to be aggressive, not afraid to take our chances when they come. If it's incomplete, I'll live with it. Ball's a wobbler, it's a horrible throw. It's incomplete. We don't get a flag there. It wasn't a flag. You can see he checks the verts. He's checking the verts right there. Our 2 inside guys go vertical. Our outside guy should have gone outside of him really. But we don't go to the right, which is the only mistake on the play really for me. We should have gone right, but he goes left. And that one safety that's on this side of the field is playing that a cover guy, and he does a good job. The ball's uncatchable anyway. That's just another formation doing the same thing. Okay, we'll go do some other stuff. You can see there that we're in the red zone. We're in I formation. Our defenders are impressed, so we're still gonna. This is turning into a 4 Verts. Talk now, I didn't want it to, but they're impressed. So we're gonna take the shots. That's what I say. We teach. That's how I've always taught it. That's what we did. They're one high over the middle. You're going to get that when you're in the red zone because they have to press up. They can't give you that softness. Which is what we like. Okay. You can step up, you throw it up. It's one of our best in this season. Our most dynamic playmaker. And you can ask me if anyone wants to ask me why is our most dynamic playmaker at X? Because our QB up to throw left, so we pushed that dynamic player from white to X, and he had a lot of yards and a lot of touchdowns. So we worked with what we had. What you going to try, John? So now we've got 3 formations or 4 formations. Okay, same outcome. You can see that we are literally. I have got clips of the play going to the seams, but this is. I'm just trying to give us a bit of a broad scope right now. Okay, we're in trips right. Okay, I'm going to take it back. We're in trips right. Press down here. They're 1 high. Okay, to the 1 high. Take the shot. Make the catch. For the TD. Same play. 4 Verts. Everybody's going vertical because it's 1 high. No new teaching. I can't emphasize it enough. It's simple enough to add on formations within 5 or 10 minutes in one practice, and then if you take those 5 minutes every practice and rep those formations, you can build them into your platform of your playbook. You can see there that we're now in like 5 formations. No new teaching. They're still running those 4 Verts. If we only run 4 or 5 plays per game, we have to be really good at them and really confident about it. Okay, straight up 2x2. You can see we haven't got verse call, but they're showing us they're 1 high. Then we were in the red zone again. You can see that we can attack both cornerbacks. There you go. putting your athletes in a chance to win. 6 formations there. It's the same play. I've not shown you anything different from play 1 to play 6. We're together in the football and throwing it up and throwing it deep. But for those of you that watch any film of us, you will see that we are multiple. We give you a lot of looks, and those 4 or 5 plays that we may run. You know, if we are literally inside zone, outside zone, power team, that might be our run plays, and then our pass plays are like stick, blah 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 blah. If we write plays, you've got to be really good at those plays, and then we want to fill them out with other things to make it look like we're doing a lot of stuff, and that's the key to what we do. Okay, this is I have just spoke about this. This is I form, but with um, play action. So we've been running the football a lot. Looking to get a first down, I think. They were trying to show a blitz on us. But we fake the play action. Go over the top. Catch. Score. Again. The guys are impressed down here. You can't really see he's bent there. We take advantage of that. They all bite down. They're backpedaling. Got that one-on-one coverage. They're on the phone. But we love the outcome of the play anyway. And I think that's about it. So as you can see, gents, one play, 7 formations. So just give you one play, 5 formations, and I could have shown you the same with stick, with sail, with seams and hitches, whatever I was trying to do. All of our plays can go through all of our formations, and that's what gives us, in my opinion, the opportunity to do what we do. Thicken out your playbook by adding cheap install and cheap looks. It doesn't take a huge amount of install to install a second running back to your system or whatever. As long as you can give them the body of work. As always, gents, hopefully you've enjoyed it and it's been fun to watch. I thank you all, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.